This Father's Day, do something different. Don't buy your husband or dad a tie he won't wear. Don't buy him a power tool he won't use. This year, buy him Hugging Basics. Hugging Basics will turn your husband or your dad into the hugger you always wanted him to be. Listen to what other people are saying about Hugging Basics.
Hi, I'm David Thorne. Before I bought Hugging Basics, I couldn't even hug my wife. Now I'm a hugging pro.
Thank the Lord for Hugging Basics. Let me tell you, before I was introduced to Hugging Basics, every time I saw my wife, poor girl, it was that kind of awkward shoulder-to-shoulder hug where you embrace each other, but it's really only your shoulders that are touching, and you get the kind of 2 pats on the back and love you, honey. Oh, but once I called 1-800-HUG-PRO, let me tell you, not only is our love life and marriage skyrocketed, life brings on a whole new meaning.
In Hugging Basics, you'll learn techniques like the hip hugger. Made popular at Woodstock and by people who hang out in bowling alleys, the hip hugger is a really simple hug. You just walk up behind someone, open up your arms, simply slip it around their waist and squeeze tightly. If you love hanging out at bowling alleys, you'll love the hip hugger. You'll also learn the Way Too Excited hug. The Way Too Excited hug is a really fun hug that makes people think you really missed them when you really didn't. All you have to do is walk up to the person, put your arms around their arms or around their shoulders, jump up and down, and this will give the appearance that you really missed them even though you didn't. And don't forget, you'll also learn the full contact hug. Similar to a football tackle, the full contact hug is done by people who lose all thought control and just do things out of emotion. To do the full contact hug, you just look at the person you want to squeeze, run as quickly as you can, put your head down, drive your shoulder into their stomach, lifting them completely and off the ground and driving them on the floor. Even guys can feel comfortable doing the full contact hug. Another technique that you'll learn is the cheek squeezing hug. Usually done by older women and grandmas at family reunions. You just walk up to the person, place both hands on their cheeks and squeeze. This is usually followed by the phrase, "I can't believe how big you've gotten." But be careful. Do not do this to your wife. If you say those words, "I can't believe how big you've gotten," to your wife, it will result in the loss of all affection for a minimum of 1 month, and I guarantee she'll bring it up in the next argument. In Hugging Basics, you'll also learn the Fuel Group hug. The Fuel Group hug is done in all of Velocity's Fuel Groups. Fuel Groups are just small groups of people, usually 8 to 12, who meet together weekly to study the Bible, develop relationships, and have a good time. You can check out any one of Velocity's small groups almost any week. You can check out The Rock, The Godfather, Crash, or the newest Fuel Group, The Village. The way to do a Fuel Group hug is you simply get your group together in a big circle, you wrap your arms around each other, and you walk to the right while rubbing each other's backs. You'll not only learn all those great techniques, you'll also learn the man hug. The man hug is done by simply walking up to a guy that you really like, but you want to be cool with your affection. So you grab him, squeeze until his eyes pop out of his sockets, and tap him on the back 3 times. Notice each pat. 1, 2, 3. Those pats mean, "I am straight." This Father's Day, don't give your dad a lame old tie. Don't get him a power tool he won't use. This year, give him something he'll love. You buy him Hugging Basics. You can order now at 1-800-HUG-PRO-1. That's 1-800-HUG-PRO-1.